High school sports on Ticket TV is presented by your local family-owned McDonald's on Main Street and Union Street in Bangor and Wilson Street in Brewer. Greenway Equipment Sales in Bangor and Ellsworth. Nothing runs like a deer. Darlings Auto Group. You'll do better at Darlings. Visit darlings.com. Next Home Experience, the market leader. Get looped and get sold with Next Home Experience. The Furniture Gallery, a family-owned Maine company with locations in Bangor, Augusta, North Windham, and Topsom. Hero Sports Grill and Entertainment Center, the place to be in downtown Bangor and at herosportsgrill.com. Praise Auto Sales, over 40 years of trust, integrity, and dependability. Visit praiseautosales.com. Levesque Business Solutions, your one-stop source for office equipment and office furniture. Dean's Detailing, the leader in auto detailing since 1971. Book your appointment at deansdetailing.com. Northeast Driving School, Greater Bangor's #1 driving school for 56 years. Eastern Maine Community College, start your future at emcc.edu. Bangor Savings Bank, since 1852. At Bangor Savings Bank, you matter more. Visit bangor.com. And Quirk Auto Group, it's your truck or SUV. Find it at Quirk, online at quirkauto.com. High school sports on Ticket TV is also brought to you by UMaine Online, Acadia Federal Credit Union, Uno Pizzeria and Grill, Tony Murray's Fairway Auto Sales, Danforth's Down Home Supermarkets, The Fitch Company, AM Construction and Roofing, Back Alley Bar and Restaurant, Madden Generator Services, UMaine Athletics, Bangor Window Shade and Drapery, Novus Auto Glass, Union Street Towing, Doors Equipment, Bangor Mall Cinemas, Premium Choice Broadband, Resto Pros, Hartford's Auto Service, Old Town Redemption Center, Bennett Auto Center, The Growing Place and Polish, Bangor Tire Company, Pat's Pizza in Hamden, Hillside Athletics, Sweet Frog, The Farmer's Table, Knowlton Automotive, American Made Home Goods, Saliba's Rug Cleaners, Auto Radiator Services, Maniac Snack Shack and Sniff and Snack, Autumn of Life Home Care, Creative Options LLC, Brewer Federal Credit Union, Down East Toyota, Harvey RV and Marine, Seaboard Federal Credit Union, W.S. Emerson, Midcoast Denture Design, First National Bank, Hudson University, Napa Auto Parts, and Hammond Lumber Company. Let's get you out to the game.
Hello everyone and welcome inside Brewer High School on a chilly, busy night of hoops here on Ticket TV. You hear a buzzer right there, that's the JV game going final. The Witches victorious over the Trojans by 12, and now it's time for the main event. MDI and Brewer Varsity Boys Basketball, a Class A-B crossover coming up tonight on Ticket TV. We welcome you into the pregame show. It's the Bangor Savings Bank pregame show here on Ticket TV. I'm Mark Paulette, joined by Chris Hoare tonight in the Darlings broadcast booth. Chris, we feature one of the best teams around, frankly, in the MDI Trojans, just the one blemish on their record this season. As we take a look at the Class B North standings, that one loss was a game in which they scored 84 points and fell in triple overtime to the team at the top of the Class B North standings against Herman. That's the only loss MDI has suffered this year. It's been a lot of lopsided victorious margins for the Trojans in the 7 other games. And as for the Brewer Witches, as we switch over to Class A in this crossover matchup, you see Brewer down there with a record of 2-5, but coming into tonight with a couple of wins over Presque Isle and Bangor in the not-too-recent past.
Yeah, both these teams they're at different spots, obviously, in the rankings. MDI, I saw last week against Old Town, started off slow, but you came back in a flurry for the last 3 quarters. You can see what they can do, and as you said, their only loss is a game they scored 84 points in, and they lost to #1 Herman. They can really play. Brewer, on the other hand, is in a different situation. They're 2-5, but they've been competitive in every game they can play. Every game they play, they show they can compete with anyone. It's just a matter of getting over that hump and getting one of those big wins. And tonight could be the night for them.
Yeah, one of those wins came right here on the home court against the Bangor Rams a couple of weeks ago on Ticket TV. Brewer trying to make it more of the same coming up here tonight. That look at the standings brought to you by Levesque Business Solutions, your one-stop source for office equipment and office furniture. It's Levesque Business Solutions. Call 942-2226. High school sports on Ticket TV, presented by Greenway Equipment Sales, your locally owned John Deere dealer. See the Smith brothers in Bangor and Ellsworth because nothing runs like a Deere. Coverage of Ticket TV also presented by your local family-owned McDonald's, where extra value meals are back. McDonald's is making bold moves to put value back on the menu. Stop by your local family-owned McDonald's on Main Street and Union Street in Bangor, as well as Wilson Street right here in Brewer to find offers you won't want to miss. And we're presented by Hero Sports Grill and Entertainment Center. Whether you're watching some sports at the bar or taking the family out for a great meal and some fun, Heroes is the place to be, the official sports grill of Ticket TV in downtown Bangor and at herosportsgrill.com. The Witches and the Trojans are out on the court. We are making our way towards the tip between Brewer and MDI, and it's coming up right around the corner. Don't go anywhere. Our Bangor Savings Bank pregame show continues after this.
Since 1852, Bangor Savings Bank has been helping New Englanders thrive by living our You Matter More promise. We invest in Northern New England because your ideas, your well-being, and your business matter to us. Our commitment is reflected in our caring employees, innovative solutions, and investments in local communities. At Bangor Savings Bank, you are at the heart of everything we do because you matter more.
When I had first left for college, I was super excited to start pursuing my dreams, and I had met so many amazing people my freshman year. Yeah, some days were really hard, balancing work life and classes, but most of them, they were the best of my life, because I had something not everyone gets. A dad inspiring me every step of the way, and I'm so happy to graduate beside you.
Nothing runs like a Deere.
And Greenway Equipment Sales makes it easy to keep your John Deere running smoothly year-round. Our mobile maintenance truck will come to you and service most walk-behind and riding lawn equipment right in your yard. Just call or schedule online. Whatever the season, we'll have you tuned up, sharpened up, and geared up to mow or blow whatever Mother Nature dishes up. Contact the Smith brothers today for service delivered.
Nothing runs like a Deere. From Greenway Equipment Sales, family owned and operated since 1994.
Get looped, get sold with Next Home Experience.
It's time for a reset. McDonald's is putting value back on the menu. Extra value meals are back, only at McDonald's.
Your local professional, eco-friendly office space partner is Levesque Business Solutions, your one-stop shop to get the job done. Handling all your office furniture and printing machine needs at an affordable price. Offering full system integration into your workplace and local service on everything we sell. We can even remote monitor your system with just-in-time inventory and service need assessments. Little to no downtime gives you peace of mind. At Levesque Business Solutions, your solution is only an email or a phone call away.
Hero Sports Grill and Entertainment Center offers fantastic food and drinks in a fun, family-friendly atmosphere with 29 flat-screen TVs for your sports viewing pleasure and an arcade with prizes for the whole family to enjoy. Whether you're looking for a drink at the bar while watching your favorite sports team or trying to find a place to bring the family for a great meal out, Heroes is the place to be. Heroes also offers takeout or catering for any event in the Bangor area, large or small.
Come for the food,
stay for the friends.
This winter, you have a choice for moving snow out of your way. There's this
or this, or you could go with this. You make the call to Doors Equipment in Bangor, of course. Doors Equipment has the Kubota tractor and attachment to make that white stuff disappear. Quality, innovation, and easy-to-use design. That's a Kubota. The doors are open for Kubota and Doors Equipment. Make them orange with envy on Outer Hammond Street, Bangor.
Back here in Brewer as we continue with the Bangor Savings Bank pregame show on Ticket TV. Bangor Savings Bank has helped New Englanders achieve their goals since 1852. Because of Bangor Savings Bank, you matter more. Whether you're planning for today or building for tomorrow, they're here with personalized service and a commitment to what matters most to you. Visit Bangor.com. Ticket TV coverage also presented by Darlings. Darlings in Bangor has you covered for sales and service. Shop new Ford, VW, Audi, Honda, Nissan, Volvo, and Kia models or used of all makes. Visit Darlings.com. Mark Paulette, Chris Hoare with you for the call of this game tonight. And now let's take a look at the participants in this one, starting off with the visitors making the trip up from the island. These are the Trojans, and how they line things up for Coach Norwood, who has been at it quite a while down there on the island, Chris.
Yeah, his team has a lot of experience. They had a decent run last year in the Class B North tournament. A lot of kids came back. Only have one senior on the roster for this year, with a lot of returning kids playing that had experience, so they're set pretty good for the future.
And as for the Brewer Witches, here's how things look for them. Of course, we've made note of the coaching change at times this season. First, we're going to tell you about the player spotlights, though, and that is who you're looking at right there. That'd be James Witham from the MDI Trojans. Simply put, the junior is one of the best players in the state, Chris.
Yeah, he's been talked a lot about from fourth grade on.
Yeah.
I did a travel game here. It was during COVID. No one could come into the gym except the teams. We were doing the scoreboard. He scored 56 points. It was a fourth grade travel game, and he looked like a high school kid. These weren't 56 points because he stole and scored layups. They were step backs, Euro steps, crossover pull-ups. It was unreal, and now he's just a bigger version of that same kid with a lot more skill. He's smooth. He's smart. He changes speeds. And when you think you have him stopped, he finds a teammate. So he can pass. He's cerebral. He does all the things you want your top player to do.
Still only a junior, but to see his progression over these 3 years so far of his college career has been, his high school career, has been quite impressive. And I don't have the complete numbers, but as of Christmas, when the stats were last updated, he was averaging 27.5 points per game, so that'll play.
Yeah, he was a stat stuffer. He's in steals, rebounds, assists as well.
And now for the Brewer Witches. First, let's take a look at the team and how they're heading out there tonight, which is a little bit of a return from last year's team.
Yeah, just a couple seniors, Eli Wall and Isaac Johnson, but once again, not a lot of experience from last year's team. They had a couple of kids that got into the rotation some minutes last year, but not a whole lot of playing experience. So they're still developing their team, hence the record 2-5. Some of this is all new. They're learning. They've all played together, but they're learning to play at the varsity level together. And, you know, it's learning on the ropes here, and it bodes well for their future as well, especially as you're going to see in our player spotlight for Brewer with Ollie Higgins. It's a very good building piece to go around.
All starts in the middle for the Witches with number 0 right there. Talked about James Witham being known around the area since fourth grade, one of the best players in the state. That can probably be applied to Ollie as well. And you talk about just the hype machine in the world we live in. After the story of Cooper Flagg going number 1 out of the state of Maine, Brian Scalabrini, the next name out of his mouth was Ollie Higgins over the summer.
Well, he's 6'8". He was dunking in middle school. I mean, that always pops up quickly because that's not something that happens that easy. I was around during the Cooper Flagg era. My son was playing then. I watched him dunk it probably 14 times in a middle school game against Brewer. Ollie's that kid as well. He's dynamic. He's a presence. That's the thing. You step onto the court and you know where he is, both offensively and defensively. His game is still shaping up. I mean, he's developing all the time. He's still getting an outside shot. He's learning to attack both directions. And if you watch some of the highlights that especially 92.9 puts on in our ticket, you watch the highlights from this week when they played down at the Augusta Civic Center. Yep. He had a follow-up rebound dunk off a three-point shot from the weak side that you don't see many games at all except in college and the pros. It's unbelievable. He just has a knack for getting the ball and getting it at the rim.
Ollie Higgins, our player spotlight for the Witches. Those player spotlights presented by Eastern Maine Community College. At Eastern Maine Community College, every student has a story. Some are just beginning, others starting a new chapter. Wherever you are, your future can start at emcc.edu. And that look at the rosters was presented by Danforth Down Home Supermarkets, family owned and operated since 2007 with 2 great locations, Route 2 in Herman and Somerset Avenue in Pittsfield. Ticket TV coverage presented in part by Praise Auto Sales. If you're looking for your next ride, Praise on Outer Broadway has you covered. Guaranteed lowest prices every day, no waiting for a sale, over 40 years of trust, integrity, and dependability, Visit PraiseAutoSales.com. We're also presented on Ticket TV by the Furniture Gallery. A new year is here, and the Furniture Gallery has just what you need for a fresh start at home. Out with the old and in with comfort you'll enjoy all year long. At the Furniture Gallery, cozy isn't just a style, it's a feeling. Their amazing selection will help make your home your favorite place to be this year. The Furniture Gallery, one of our presenting sponsors here on Ticket TV. Bangor Savings Bank pregame show continues, but first, a message from our sponsors. Don't go anywhere. We're making our way towards the tip between the Trojans and the Witches coming up on Ticket TV.
Darling's Kia is your #1 Kia dealer in Maine, and we've got something for everyone. Whether you're shopping for an all-wheel drive gas, EV, hybrid, or plug-in hybrid, Darling's Kia has a full lineup to choose from. Plus, enjoy affordable lease programs and other incredible deals on award-winning Kias, all covered by our 10-year or 100,000-mile warranty. The best in the business. The best cars, the best prices, and the best warranty. Shop Darling's Kia. You'll do better at Darling's.
When it comes to repairing or replacing your windshield, Novus is the clear choice in glass repair. Locally owned and operated at 499 Hammond Street, we offer free mobile service in the greater Bangor area, as well as shuttle service during bad weather. We can come to your home, workplace, or anywhere you are. Novus is a preferred service provider by all insurance companies, and we can cover up to $100 of your insurance deductible. Whether it's repairing or replacing your windshield, door glass, mirror, or your rear window glass, you can count on Novus to be where you are when you need us the most. Call Novus today.
Hi, I'm Steve Prey. My father built Praise Auto Sales on trust, integrity, and dependability. Today, we work hard to carry on those same qualities. Praise Auto Sales has now grown to 2 locations, which gives you a bigger and better selection to choose from. We have a wonderful service department. They really thoroughly examine every vehicle before we sell it and also maintain your vehicle after the sale. Our financing department works with banks, local credit unions, and alternative financing to help you get in the vehicle of your choice. At Praise Auto Sales, you don't have to wait for a sale. We offer every day guaranteed lowest price. We really are an extended family of grandparents, parents, kids. Come on out and see us and you'll see why we've been in business for 40 years. Plus, we do free appraisals. Praise Auto Sales, Outer Broadway, Bangor.
Acadia Federal Credit Union keeps you in touch with your money using our mobile app, Acadia Go. Access your account anytime, anywhere. Check balances, transfer funds, pay bills, and even deposit checks with a tap of a button. That's not all. Now with Apple Pay, use your fingerprint to pay for purchases. It's quick and your account information is never shared. Apple Pay is safe and private. Acadia Federal Credit Union. We keep you mobile.
We've got a 100-year-old company here, and it's because of the service, the quality, and the experience. It gets done right.
I think we've been doing it for so long. The only thing that we do, that when we walk into a room, we automatically know how to treat that window. We can take any product that the customer's looking for and make it work in just about any situation that they present us with. So
there's no reason to be overwhelmed. No. We can help you through it.
We're not going anywhere. We've been around for 100 years.
Nothing runs like a deer.
And Greenway Equipment Sales makes it easy to keep your John Deere running smoothly year-round. Our mobile maintenance truck will come to you and service most walk-behind and riding lawn equipment right in your yard. Just call or schedule online. Whatever the season, we'll have you tuned up, sharpened up, and geared up to mow or blow whatever Mother Nature dishes up. Contact the Smith Brothers today for service delivered.
Nothing runs like a deer. From Greenway Equipment Sales, family owned and operated since 1994.
Celebrate store-wide savings at the Furniture Gallery this holiday season. Grand deals in honor of the grand opening of our 4th location in Topsom. Need a new bed? Purchase a king mattress for the price of a queen, or take advantage of 18-month special financing on select mattresses. The Furniture Gallery has just what you need at prices that fit your budget. Enjoy grand opening savings at all 4 locations, and be sure to visit our new store in the Topsom Fair Mall. The best value for your money is always at the Furniture Gallery in Augusta, Bangor, North Windham, and now Topsom.
Welcome back to Brewer. You see a shot of the student section across the gymnasium. It is hunting season tonight in Brewer. Time to find out who the better hunter is between the Trojans and the Witches, as we welcome you back into pregame coverage one final time tonight on our Bangor Savings Bank pregame show. You see the teams making their way out onto the court, non-starting members being introduced right now. Coverage on Ticket TV is presented by Quirk Auto Group. As Maine weather turns cold, make sure you're ready with a reliable truck or SUV from Quirk Motor City in Bangor. Shop their wide selection of quality pre-owned vehicles built for Maine roads and ready for whatever winter brings. It's your truck or SUV. Find it at Quirk Motor City. Mark Paulette and Chris Hoare with you. Chris, what are your keys to the game tonight for the Trojans and the Witches?
For MDI, you got to have a plan for Ollie Higgins being 6'8". You don't have someone that's that big. So whether it's sending a double team early or trying to go one-on-one and just defend everybody else and just see what you can do on that end. But whatever your plan is, make sure you execute it. Don't give them easy looks. And offensively, attack Brewer downhill. Make them have to commit to have to help, and that's going to open up the rest of your teammates. For Brewer, you have to defend everyone. You have to keep with him in front of him. You can't let him get into the paint because that's going to make you have to collapse and help, and that's going to open up everybody else on the MDI team. And they attack well, and they shoot the three-point well. The other thing is you have to match MDI's effort and energy. Dylan Stoll plays with a motor that I haven't seen anyone else play with that kind of motor. He gets loose balls. He attacks the basket. He can go end-to-end with anyone. Passes. I mean, he's the most versatile player you'll find in this league, and Brewer's got to be able to match that.
Those keys to the game presented by Praise Auto Sales. If you're looking for your next ride, Praise Auto Sales on Outer Broadway has you covered. Guaranteed lowest prices every day, no waiting for a sale, and over 40 years of trust, integrity, and dependability. Visit PraiseAutoSales.com. We are just about ready for this contest tonight in Brewer. Only thing left to do is introduce the starters for the Trojans and the Witches and get the national anthem. Before we get there, I'll tell you about a couple more fine presenting sponsors here on Ticket TV, which include Northeast Driving School. They've been the leader in driver training since 1969. Register for driver's ed courses today at Greater Bangor's #1 driving school. Go to northeastdrivingschool.com to select your course. And for over 5 decades, Dean's Detailing has been Maine's auto detailing leader. Renew your vehicle's appearance, protect your auto investment, feel good and look good in a clean, shiny car, and book your appointment at deansdetailing.com. That will do it for the Bangor Savings Bank pregame show. When we come back, it's time for the tip between MDI and Brewer right here on Ticket TV.
Adventure. It's in our DNA, from cross-country road trips to quiet mornings on Maine lakes. For over 25 years, Harvey RV and Marine has been in the business of bringing big dreams to life. To the 1,000 new adventure lovers that chose us this year, thank you for trusting us, for embracing new friends, and reminding us that in Maine, adventure isn't just what we do, it's who we are. Choose your adventure at Harvey RV and Marine, Outer Broadway, Glenburn.
Any job goes more smoothly and successfully with the right people on your team, like the people at Hammond Lumber Company, where you'll find high-quality building materials from industry-leading suppliers and yet expert advice and professional services. Hammond offers timely delivery with their own fleet of trucks, with boom and forklift trucks available. For your next project, get the materials and services you need to succeed from Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
For over 80 years, Seaboard Federal Credit Union has been putting its members first. Founded in 1940, we've grown alongside our communities with branches in Bucksport, Ellsworth, and Herman. We're not a big bank, and we're proud of that. We're member-owned, community-driven, and here to help you build a better financial future. Whether it's saving for a goal, buying your first home, or simply managing everyday life. Seaboard Federal Credit Union, the smart place for your money.
New or used? What's your preference? If you prefer to buy used, it's smart to buy a Toyota certified used vehicle from Down East. Here's why. All vehicles go through a rigorous 160-point inspection. They come with comprehensive and powertrain warranties, a Carfax history report, and 7 years of roadside assistance. Plus, qualified buyers get low new car financing rates. It's true, the best new cars do make the best used cars. For Toyota certified used vehicles, all roads lead to Down East on Wilson Street in Brewer.
Maine's largest network of parts has holiday deals for everyone. Power up this season with a free Milwaukee Impact Wrench when you purchase a red lithium battery 2-pack.
Your first car, your first edition, and your first edition. We're here to help with all of life's firsts. Brewer Federal Credit Union. BrewerFCU.org.
Have you tried the new Happy Hour specials at Uno Pizzeria and Grill? Just $6 gets you cheesy garlic bread, mozzarella sticks, buffalo chicken quesadillas, cheeseburger sliders, and much more, Monday through Friday, 2 to 6 p.m., 9 to close, and all day Sundays. Don't forget about the dough raiser at Uno's. Schedule a dough raiser for your local fundraiser and earn up to 25% of event sales. Contact your local Uno Pizzeria in Bangor for more details at 725 Stillwater Avenue and place your orders at 947-5000 and unos.com.
Cutting back to Brewer here for the tip. We got Ollie Higgins in the center circle on one side of it. We got Kenneth Stillwell on the other. This game's underway with the tip won and controlled by the Brewer Witches. Mark Paulette and Chris Hoare on the call with you. We'll get you the starters here in just a moment once we have a chance. Cody Hughes working with the ball, now drops it off for Higgins on the perimeter. Bouncing to his right out to midcourt. A return and a three in the air, and it rattles halfway home and out. Rebound secured by Witham. Witham going all the way. Left-handed hanger. Couldn't get it around Higgins. And Chris, there are two-player spotlights at the start. Higgins the other way, fouled on the take. And Ollie toeing the line, a chance for the game's first points.
Yeah, that was great moves on both ends. As you saw, Witham attack Higgins on the first possession for MDI. He got into the paint. And once again, you can't let him get into the paint. He's tough, but he couldn't convert. And then Higgins, kind of a little bit of hesitation dribble here, and he made a nice dive step and then got up to the rim, got fouled.
Why don't you tell us who's out there on the court for the starters for the Witches and the Trojans, Chris?
Yeah, for the Trojans, number 10, Preston Tripp. Number 12, James Witham. Number 14, Dylan Stoll. Number 24, Kenneth Stillwell. And number 30, Lincoln Gray. And for the Witches, number 0, Ollie Higgins. Number 3, Cody Hughes. Number 4, Jack Robertson. Number 12, Jackson Janikowski. And number 22, Eli Wall.
Stillwell with a rebound. He got hacked as he tried to make his way up court. So a quick foul on the Witches after Higgins splits the pair. 1-0, 35 seconds into the contest.
These teams are familiar. They play in separate classes, and they haven't played crossover games in the past until this year. But they play a lot of summer games against each other, and a lot of these kids play AAU against each other. So there's a lot of familiarity of these teams together.
Yeah, you mentioned they don't play a lot of countable games against one another. I've actually got a stat to back that up to start off tonight's broadcast. This is the first countable game between the Trojans and the Witches since January 29th, 2002, as Ollie Higgins gets called for reaching in just a bit too much there on the Witham jumper.
Yeah, it's an interesting start right there for Brewer. They're putting Higgins on Witham, just thinking that the length alone will help him kind of combat some of Witham's moves.
You've already seen it a couple of times on his first two takes. Once having to try to bend the body around Higgins, going straight up at the rim, and that time trying to fall away to create the separation. First free throw is true for James Witham, Big East leading scorer so far this year.
What you'll find out with him, though, is he's so smart. He knows how to create space. Even on a guy that big that Higgins brings in length, he'll find different ways to attack him. He'll get inside on his body and put him in spots where he can't attack without fouling.
2-1. All the scoring done at the free throw line so far, just over a minute in. Hughes with the basketball being guarded closely by Witham. Finds an open Higgins. Returns it to Hughes, who gets it back. Open corner three. Knocked down.
Yeah, miscommunication there on the MDI defense. They're just playing a switching zone. And no one went out to Hughes when the ball went to him the first time. And Brewer just kicked it back to him because they saw that. And
MDI gets it down low and going up strong for his first two. Lincoln Gray, first made field goal for the Trojans. 4-all as we approach 2 minutes in. 3 in the air over everything that time from Brewers Jankowski. And out of bounds to the Trojans. trying to return it to Witham off the screen. Higgins jumps in front of it, steals the pass, splits the defenders. He lost the basketball on the way up, but a foul will bail him out and send Ollie back to the line.
That's going to be a tough play for MDI to get away with. They run a couple different flare screens where they throw the ball weak side off a back screen that slips the guy wide, and they try to skip the ball over. And if it's Ollie Higgins, that's basically between you and the defender. He's going to, and the offensive player, he's going to pick that off every time, and you saw that right there.
Soft shot on the first make for Ollie. Now 2 of 3 at the line. Stoll called for the personal foul. Reigning Big East Player of the Week for Week 3. Second one kisses off the front iron and glass. Down through, so Ollie 3 of 4 at the line. Brewer in front 6-4 here in the early going. Inside out go the Trojans into the corner. 3, no. Higgins tips the board to himself. But he picks up his dribble with him. Some tight defense. And the Witches have to get it across the timeline through Hughes. Higgins drops it down low. Nice pass across the lane, but unable to convert it at the window with Jankowski.
Yeah, good look by Higgins. Jankowski just rushed his shot.
Witham comes up empty. Once again, bothered by the contacts from Higgins. Oh, he's got it right elbow. Kick out 3. Hughes. He's got another.
And that's Higgins being the facilitator there. You've seen him majority of the time, and this doesn't normally happen with the Witches. They usually have two other guards that will bring the ball up most of the time. It's Higgins bringing the ball up.
Stoll with some strong moves there, backing his way to the basket and flipping it over the shoulder for his first 2.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough matchup for anyone that Brewer has out there. Stoll's just so physical and quick.
Hughes wants another heat check. That one left a little short, and the long rebound goes to Stoll. Quickly to Witham. 3. Too strong, and a rebound to Brewer. Does not take James Witham long to get that shot off, as you saw right there with a hair trigger 3. Defense all over Higgins. He finds a cutter at the back door. First shot, no good. Jankowski stays with it. Couldn't get the follow. Higgins just beyond the free throw line. A little too much behind that jumper, and a rebound to Witham. Stoll will try for 3. Not bashful there, not shy about it. Put back up and scored underneath. Kenneth Stillwell. So MDI spreading the scoring around. Witham, Stoll, Stillwell, and Gray, all with 2 to add up to 8.
Yeah, that might be an area where MDI might be able to take advantage of Brewer with Higgins guarding Witham. Is Stillwell inside. He's a tough load to carry, or tough load to guard.
Higgins spinning with the ball knocked around in his hands, and in all of it was a foul going against the Trojans. Was it in the act of shooting? Ollie tries to park himself at the line, and that's where he'll be, shooting 2.
He just garners so much attention, especially when he gets the ball that deep.
3 of 4 at the line so far in this first quarter. The other 6 points for the Witches on a couple of threes from Cody Hughes. We were making a couple substitutions as Robertson and Wall check out. Another perfect trip at the line for Ollie. He is connected on his last 5 first quarter points, and the Brewer lead at 3. Stoll stumbles, has to retrieve the basketball, and now hands it off. Preston Tripp, junior, going to work. Right-handed dribble gets cut off. A lot of contact there. Brewer bench wanted a call. Instead, it's a kick-out 3, and it's cashed by Co Thurston. The sophomore, now the 5th different scorer already for MDI.
That's that paint touch that MDI gets. They get in there and they kick. And
Hughes gets rejected down low by Stoll. MDI off and running the other way. Taking it all the way to the basket and scooping it up with the left hand. Nice move by the junior Preston Tripp.
And I noticed this in pregame up at Old Town. This is a drill they do in pregame, is a finish while getting pushed. Little layup drill, extension, one hand kind of finish layup drill. You'll see it in their pregame. They put
Brewer.
a guy on the shoulder and do that.
Witches thought they had an answer at the other end. Caleb Campbell, the freshman, had his three rattle all the way out of the cylinder. And it's MDI basketball. 13-11, just about 5.5 minutes in. I don't know about you, Chris, but I'll take this pace for the full game.
Yeah.
Witham walking it across the timeline, slowing things down just a tad. Stoll turns and throws it down low. Strong move through the contact, but unable to finish was Gray. Hughes at the left wing now comes out top, guarded closely by Stoll. Into the corner there with the freshman and taken away. MDI with a steal. Witham trying to finish it off himself. He had to contort the body there, get creative with the step through, and then fall his way back away from the basket and score.
That's that great body control he has. He can go from 60 to 5 miles an hour just like that and be able to contain enough strength to be able to get the ball up over the rim.
Another block down low, this one by Co Thurston. Stoll spinning, kicking, but first he took an extra step. (15-11), 98 seconds remaining here in the first quarter on Ticket TV, where our coverage is presented by Next Home Experience, the market leader. Get looped and get sold with Next Home Experience.
And if you're MDI, you got to keep doing what they're doing on the offensive end. Is they're not afraid to attack Higgins, and with them, that's their guy. Just keep going at him.
Brewer making a substitution here, and Ollie gets his first breather of the game, coming with 1:25 remaining in the first quarter. So he heads to the bench with 5 of the 11 Brewer points, and the Trojans on a 7-0 run. Campbell bouncing out top. Another loose dribble there and a takeaway. Witham up ahead of the pack, leading a 2-on-1 break through the contact, and it spins its way out. But James will head to the line, trying to earn a pair. Fourth team foul against the Witches here in the opening quarter. Trojans have committed 3 as a team. Witham at the line. 2 for 2 so far there. 4 points for the game. Looks like a mistimed substitution there by the Witches.
Yeah, got to come in on the second shot, not the first one.
Freshman back out on the court for just a second as Witham gets ready for the first. High arching free throw, pops off back iron, his first miss from the line tonight. Now able to check in for the game is Jack Robertson, Brewer Jr. Witham with a second on the way and just gets that one to creep over front iron. 8-0 now the MDI run, and again a takeaway. It's Witham in midcourt, and he goes in for the two-handed layup. James Witham quickly up to 7. A 10-0 MDI lead as the Trojans in front by 7. Looks like they've got the Witches sped up a little bit. Hughes trying to attack down the right side, kicks it out to the freshman. He wants a 3, a little short. Stoll with the board. Quickly the other way comes MDI. Thought about slowing things down and took just one thought too many that time. Lincoln Gray got the feet moving before the hands.
Yeah, Brewer's got to find a way to get a good shot, a good look here, not something from distance where they're just trying to rush it up. You said exactly what I was thinking. MDI's got them sped up. They're playing quick, and they're just trying to get shots off whenever they got any kind of space and not necessarily the best shot. And they're going to end up chasing points here if they get too far behind with these empty possessions.
Nice bit of controlling the footwork there on the take by Johnson. Got his first miss, and the second leads to a tie-up, which will give it back to the Trojans. 21.6 left on the first quarter clock. Ticket TV coverage brought to you in part by Acadia Federal Credit Union, a full-service financial institution with 8 branches, 3 of them in Bangor, and a new location coming right here to Brewer. Stoll gets the basketball after the Witches tried to jump in the lane. His floater off, and a rebound to Brewer. 10 seconds left in the quarter. Quickly, Johnson at the other end banks it in for a big 2 there for the Witches. With him, can he beat the buzzer? Three-quarter court heave! He catches iron, but it's off to the side. And after a fast-paced first quarter, it's MDI out in front, 18-13 here in Brewer on Ticket TV.
With Maine's largest network of parts, Coastal Auto Parts keeps things moving. If it's got wheels and an engine, we've got the parts to keep it on the road. From work trucks to weekend rides, if it's on the road, we're behind it. At Coastal Auto Parts, we're driven by more than engines. We're powered by the people who count on us. Because serving our community is what keeps us going. Coastal Auto Parts is owned and operated by a Maine family that cares.
Back here in Brewer, ready for the start of the second quarter, 18-13. MDI used a 10-0 run at the end of that first quarter that was broken on the final bucket by Isaac Johnson for the Witches at the end of the quarter to get it back to a 5-point deficit. Brewer basketball as we begin the second. Ollie Higgins back out there after about a 95-second breather at the end of the first quarter.
You can see MDI going back to a player-to-player. They keep switching between a little bit of a zone and a player-to-player where they'll switch when Brewer comes around the front of it.
Johnson flying high for the rejection. Brewer off and running, and Hughes banks it in for 2 the other way.
What a great hustle by Jack Robertson and a great look up to Cody Hughes with a good finish.
That has brought some life into the gym. At the other end, Whipham gets a shot up, and he is fouled. There's a missed 3 by Higgins on the replay. You see Witham getting the rebound and quickly getting it up court to Stoll across the lane. There's the rejection from Johnson. Now at the other end, during that break, Witham jumped up and slapped the backboard there. Is that not supposed to be a technical?
Yeah, you're not supposed to be able to do that.
He connects on the first free throw. The Brewer bench was yelling for a tech, but it's kind of lost in all the action there, going back and forth both ways.
I think that was being discussed during that foul shot with one of the officials here on the side.
Witham splits the pair. Higgins the other way with 3 Trojans around him. Misses the first, gets the second back, and then loses the ball. It's taken out of his hands by Stillwell. The other way, able to roll it in. Preston Tripp. This is Campbell for the Witches, over to Hughes. He'll try a 3. He's hit a couple. That one no good. Higgins able to tip the rebound to himself on the baseline and then use his size to get positioning, but too strong on the putback. Witham, head down, going to the rack. Too strong on the bank attempt. Brewer quickly the other way with Higgins, and he can't throw it down. Went for the two-handed baseline slam and caught too much rim.
Yeah, the baseline attempts are always a little bit harder.
The gym was ready to explode as Witham misses a jumper. Oh, he's been the point person since re-entering the ball game, stepping into a 3. That shot no good, and Stoll with the rebound off a tip. Stoll spinning, floating, and scoring. Timeout Brewer as MDI has opened up. An 8-point lead here, 2 minutes into the third quarter. Second quarter, excuse me, just a 30-second timeout here is what I was trying to say, so we will keep it right here. 30-second timeout on the floor. Ticket TV coverage brought to you in part by Autumn of Life Home Care, but first, a look at the live events coming up this week on 92.9 The Ticket. You got Bulls at the Celtics tonight, 7:30 tip time with the C's trying to run their win streak to 4 in a row. Celtics at Nuggets coming up on Wednesday. Some good games this week for the Seas. And then on Thursday, Maine men's basketball at 6 o'clock before we send you off to the Fiesta Bowl college football playoff between number 10 Miami and number 6 Ole Miss.
That'll be a good game.
Yes, it will be. Down to the semis in the CFP. Automotive Life Home Care, looking to hire reliable caring workers to help assist clients with daily living activities. Flexible schedules and an office located at 695 Stillwater Avenue in Old Town. Call 217-6026. Higgins with a hand to the freshman. Robertson trying to find somewhere to go with it. Was able to get it up on the rim, but another rebound to the Trojans. One and done once more for the Witches. Some strong moves down on the baseline, but denied down low was Gray. Higgins and others in on the action. Johnson trying to go coast to coast and had a little too much steam behind him.
Yeah, when Johnson plays, you're willing to live with that because he plays with such energy. The hustle plays. Not that you really want him going coast to coast like that unless he's got numbers with him, but he didn't. But you're going to be able to live with that a little bit because if he converts that, it's 2 points for you.
With him, bounce pass down low. Gray trying to whip it into the corner. Quick hands there. A takeaway by Robertson. Dribbles all the way through the lane into the corner. Still has it. Passes out to Higgins in the opposite corner. Ollie on the attack, spinning, and fouled. Ollie just a little snake bit at that last second with the finishing touch. You could see it right there, kind of talking to himself after the ball wound up off the side of the backboard.
Yeah, we talked about it earlier. He's still developing. His size is going to come. I mean, he's so lean. I mean, he's tall, and he's gotten a lot stronger than he was. But he's still 16 years old, and he's putting on the strength as he gets older here, and he won't be able to get knocked off so easy as he gets a little bigger frame.
1 of 2 at the line that time for Higgins. He has 6. They've all come from the charity stripe. 23-16, the MDI lead. As we approach the midway point here in the second. With them in the corner. Jabs into the double team, now skips it across for a Preston Tripp 3. I believe he's only attempted 3 shots tonight, but Preston with 7 points.
Once again, that's with him creating so much attention by Brewer. They double team him on the opposite corner, and he skips it to the opposite wing for a trip for a wide open 3.
Higgins with his first made field goal of the game. With him guarded by Johnson. Goes into the air, might have lost it on the way up, gets his own miss, and got hacked across the arm. Don't forget to start your weekdays the right way. Morning roast. Weekdays 6 to 8 a.m. Brian Gregg and the man to my right, Marcus Caesar, will be in there bright and early tomorrow morning. And the drive takes you home weekdays 4 to 6. You see the 4 of us right there. Be a mixture of the 3 of us tomorrow. Myself and Ernie in the first hour, and then Jim takes over for hour number 2.
When did you guys update that picture?
Well, sooner than the roast updated theirs.
Yes. So that's good for another 4 years. It's like a license.
There you go. Keep it running for a while.
That other one you'd had for a while.
Higgins with the rebound off an MDI miss, but Brewer's going to give it right back. Hughes got going before put the ball on the court. Hartford's Auto Service at 62 Liberty Drive in Herman does repairs on all makes and models of cars and trucks. With over 3 decades of experience, Hartford's can provide routine maintenance, brake and suspension repairs, muffler repairs, and more. Visit the Hartford's Auto Service Facebook page. Tripp with a floater on the baseline, and he gets that one to rattle home. Preston Tripp with the scoring touch tonight. He's got 7 in the quarter, 9 in the half. He is now the game's leading scorer as Hughes looked to tie him with that triple, but offline. Going right down the middle of the Brewer defense and laying it in with the left hand. Lincoln Gray, his second make.
Nice job by Gray, just looking off the defender to the offensive player to the corner and brought the defender out there, and he just attacked the middle of the lane wide open.
Hughes to Robertson, deep three, too strong, rebound, tipped by MDI, and crawling over there along the baseline, trying to keep it in play after he lost his footing was Trevor Brophy. Last to touch it though, and he'll stay at this end with the Witches. UMaine Online offers 60-plus online degree and certificate programs offered through Maine's flagship university. Apply now, umaine.edu/online. Witham steals the inbound pass. He just threw his chest in front of it. Gets it off to Stoll, and Stoll took an extra step. Thought that was a bit wide of a stride there in real time.
Yeah. Caught it and tried to swing it over to his right hand. And
that was a Wemby step right there.
Yeah. When you're going that fast, sometimes it's hard to get it down that quick.
12-point game, 2:35 and counting here in the first half. Hughes, kick out, up fake, on the attack, and it's another takeaway. Stoll is all alone ahead of the pack, and he's got two more. 6 for Stoll, 14 for Brewer. A 14-point lead over Brewer, who just gets called for a carry.
I think they called him over and back.
Oh, did they?
Yeah,
okay.
Jack Robertson hadn't established himself in the front court yet when he was past the ball. Just unforced errors here by Brewer.
Another strong drive there by MDI. Count it, and one.
I think they have a charge.
Do they? It's tough to see from this angle. Okay, yeah, going the other way. A little bit of an understated charge call, if I've seen one.
Well, I think both officials kind of looked at each other like, well, you know.
Brewer's going to talk things over here with a 30-second timeout. 2:08 remaining in the first half, and the Trojans on top by 14. Ticket TV coverage brought to you in part by Old Town Redemption Center, the original redemption center of Old Town for 30 years. They're family-owned and operated, open Monday through Saturday with $100 giveaways each month. Old Town Redemption Center at 13 Chester Street in Old Town. Call 827-7887. Also brought to you by Black Bear Nation. It's hockey and basketball season. Join the Black Bears for all the game day excitement in Orono. For tickets and more information, visit goblackbears.com. Go Blue. Trojans back out there on the court, awaiting their opponent, still talking things over. Coach Savage back on the sidelines for the Witches this year. Looked like they were trying to get Higgins back into the game, but unable to enter him at this juncture. Not a lot of space for the Witches as they try to operate through this MDI defense. Hughes dribbles into an elbow jumper, a little short, and a strong rebound pulled in by Gray.
Yeah, he's undersized for a big man, but he certainly can work his way and take up some space.
With him a bit of a force on the baseline, but the ball pops right back to him. First try, no. Second try, no. Third offensive rebound there for MDI, and it just wouldn't fall there for the Trojans.
Yeah, fortunate for Brewer there.
Hughes, free throw line, kick out. Robertson on the attack, handoff. Jumper just beyond the free throw line, no good from Jankowski. With him going right down the heart of the lane and fouled on his way up. James was active at the line in the first quarter, going 3 of 4 there.
He's just so hard to defend because he's got that Euro step where he can cross you over, and so you protect against that, and then he just goes straight at you.
Comes up empty on the first attempt. Brewer student section trying their best to make some noise and distraction off to his left. Nothing but net on the second there for Witham. 2 of 4 at the line in this second quarter. He's got 9 in the first half. Sharing the game high honors with his teammate Preston Tripp. Higgins on the perimeter. A little bit of confusion there as to who he was passing it back to as Witham pokes it away from Robertson, and James goes in for the finger roll.
Such quick hands.
First scorer into double figures tonight with 11. Down to 35 seconds and counting is Higgins with a leaner no, but he gets it on the tap. See how the Trojans handle this final possession, if it's to be their final possession, down to 20 seconds. And we'll call a timeout, and Coach Norwood wants to talk things over. 60-second timeout, we'll take it as well. Back here for the conclusion of the first half right after this on Ticket TV.
Share the love at Quirk Subaru. Lease a Crosstrek for just $399 per month, or save over $4,500 on Outback Touring XT. Supporting local organizations that make a difference in the greater Bangor region. It's your Subaru. Find it at Quirk.
It's time for a reset. McDonald's is putting value back on the menu. Extra value meals are back, only at McDonald's.
Hello, Maine. This is Steve McKay. It's a wintry mix out there, but pockets of orange are standing out against the white blanket of snow throughout the state. Next Home Experience is listing and selling homes just like yours. Get looped and get sold with Next Home Experience.
You've always known what you wanted, no matter how far down the road it looked. We're here to help you get there. Brewer Federal Credit Union. BrewerFCU.org.
Share the love at Quirk Subaru. Lease a Crosstrek for just $399 per month, or save over $4,500 on Outback Touring XT. Supporting local organizations that make a difference in the greater Bangor region. It's your Subaru. Find it at Quirk.
Back here in Brewer, the student section earning the Witches an extra possession at the end of this first half. They got MDI to throw it up a little early, but that three from Robertson offside rim, and the buzzer sounds on the first half of play. MDI 35, Brewer 20. A strong showing by the Trojans there in the second quarter. Don't go anywhere. Our halftime show comes your way next on Ticket TV.
Your local professional eco-friendly office space partner is Levesque Business Solutions, your one-stop shop to get the job done. Handling all your office furniture and printing machine needs at an affordable price. Offering full system integration into your workplace and local service on everything we sell. We can even remote monitor your system with just-in-time inventory and service need assessments. Little to no downtime gives you peace of mind. At Levesque Business Solutions, your solution is only an email or a phone call away.
You deserve a clean car. Let the pros at Dean's Detailing renew your vehicle's appearance and protect your auto investment. Enjoy your ride. Dean's gift cards are the perfect fit. Dean'sDetailing.com.
With Maine's largest network of parts, Coastal Auto Parts keeps things moving. If it's got wheels and an engine, we've got the parts to keep it on the road. From work trucks to weekend rides. If it's on the road, we're behind it. At Coastal Auto Parts, we're driven by more than engines. We're powered by the people who count on us. Because serving our community is what keeps us going. Coastal Auto Parts is owned and operated by a Maine family that cares.
The hands-on experience is such a crucial part of education, period.
The faculty are incredible. They work so hard to make sure that all their students have what they need to succeed.
There's all kind of opportunities, and I'm just very grateful knowing that I have a job lined up full-time when I graduate, and that is all thanks to coming to Hudson.
Share the love at Quirk Subaru. Lease a Crosstrek for just $399 per month, or save over $4,500 on Outback Touring XT. Supporting local organizations that make a difference in the greater Bangor region. It's your Subaru. Find it at Quirk.
Get looped, get sold with Next Home Experience.
Sometimes life is a cluttered mess, but your car doesn't have to be. At Dean's Detailing, we have a variety of packages that will make your car look new again. Change your outlook. Book your appointment now at deansdetailing.com.
Every day is a Carhartt day. From the lecture hall to the lab, hard work pays off. And whether we're perfecting our designs or just kicking back, we do it in style. Carhartt style. Carhartt from Miller's Workshop in Brewer.
Share the love at Quirk Subaru. Lease a Crosstrek for just $399 per month. Or save over $4,500 on Outback Touring XT. Supporting local organizations that make a difference in the greater Bangor region. It's your Subaru. Find it at Quirk.
Back here in Brewer, we welcome you into the Quirk Auto Group halftime show here on Ticket TV. You see the score right there at the intermission. MDI in front of the Witches, 35-20. It was a 5-point game after the end of one, but the Trojans 17-7 the advantage over the Witches there in quarter number 2, and even late in that first quarter had a 10-0 run. So it has been all Trojans for a while here tonight in Brewer, quieting down that student section a bit, which you take a look at right there in our University of Maine fan cam, presented by UMaine Athletics. If you want to get in on the game day action up in Orono, visit goblackbears.com/tickets. All right, let's get the halftime show underway with the first half highlights presented as always by Next Home Experience. Up and down action really from the jump there in the first quarter, Chris.
Yeah, not a lot of baskets made, but a lot of good looks. And you're seeing some, obviously, the baskets being made here with Cody Hughes hitting 2 great threes. Then MDI started to assert themselves as the quarter went on and then into the second quarter. That's that getting deep into the paint and then being able to kick it out.
Nice finish there from Witham. And you see the fast hands at the other end. Handful of steals in the first half to go with the points, the rebounds, and the assists. He is a stat sheet stuffer for the Trojans.
This is one of the first easier looks that Brewer got there and a great block and transition.
Preston Tripp, not sure he missed in the first half. 4 attempts, 9 points. Stoll finishing off a fast break, and Witham once again in front of the pack.
He's had 2 or 3 of those in the first half of getting out in front off steals or just easy looks where he's had no one contesting him, and then he's had some shots where he's had to fight over, Ollie Higgins contesting him, and he's made those too.
Halftime show here presented by Quirk. Now time for the first half recap. For the Brewer Witches, just 3 scorers so far tonight. Ollie Higgins leading the way with 10 points, 6 of those coming at the line, 8 for Cody Hughes, and 2 for Isaac Johnson for their total of 20. For the MDI Trojans, they've got 11 from James Witham. He's got 5 of those coming from the line, 9 from Preston Tripp, 4 for Lincoln Gray, 3 for Co Thurston, and 2 for Kenneth Stillwell for their total of 35. Halftime recap presented by the Furniture Gallery. Just what you need for a fresh start at home. Out with the old and in with comfort you'll enjoy all year long at the Furniture Gallery. Cozy isn't just a style, it's a feeling. Their amazing selection will make your home your favorite place to be this year. We're about 3.5 minutes away from getting the second half underway here on Ticket TV. This has been the Quirk Auto Group halftime show. As the Maine weather turns cold, make sure you're ready with a reliable truck or SUV from Quirk Motor City in Bangor. Shop their wide selection of quality pre-owned vehicles built for Maine roads and ready for whatever winter brings. It's your truck or SUV. Find it at Quirk Motor City. 35-20 our score with the Trojans in front of the Witches. Third quarter gets underway next on Ticket TV.
Share the love at Quirk Subaru. Lease a Crosstrek for just $399 per month. Or save over $4,500 on Outback Touring XT. Supporting local organizations that make a difference in the greater Bangor region. It's your Subaru. Find it at Quirk.
now open. Darling's Ford Commercial Vehicle Center, 80 Haskell Road in Bangor. Servicing almost all makes and models of medium and heavy-duty trucks and RVs, from half-tons to vehicles weighing up to 75,000 pounds. Our factory-trained technicians and dedicated service bays are here to keep your wheels on the road. Schedule service now at darlingsford.com. Call 992-1691 or stop in today. You'll do better at Darlings.
You deserve a clean car. Let the pros at Dean's Detailing renew your vehicle's appearance and protect your auto investment. Enjoy your ride. Dean's gift cards are the perfect fit. Dean'sDetailing.com.
Carhartt, clothing that works as hard as you do. We've got it. Miller's Workshop, for brands that work.
Have a painful tooth or an entire mouthful of teeth? Mid-Coast Denture Design now offers tooth extractions in both Ellsworth and Brewer. Get your teeth pulled and immediate dentures placed right in our office. Quick, convenient, and comfortable. Let denturist Lindsay Young and her staff create immediate dentures for you, all in one location. Mid-Coast Denture Design, the go-to in Bangor and Ellsworth for dentures and tooth extraction services. Because everyone deserves an awesome smile. Visit midcoastdenturedesignmaine.com.
Welcome back to Brewer for the start of the second half. MDI with the basketball and a 15-point lead as we get the third quarter underway. James Witham leading all scorers with 11. He was trying to get into the picture to retrieve the basketball right there. Great off-ball defense from Higgins with a denial. Oh, he comes over, but scoring over the top of him goes Stoll. At the other end, Robertson underneath, couldn't get it to go. Might have been off the hands of Eli Wall before popping out of play. And right back to the Trojans.
That's what makes MDI so tough. They have players outside of Witham that can do stuff. And not just because Witham set them up. They can create on their own, and Stoll's one of them.
On the baseline there, trying to get two more. Fouled on the way up. Stoll heading to the free throw line and a chance to join his teammate Witham in double figures if he can make both. James with 11, Preston Tripp with 9, Dylan Stoll with 8 as he toes the line right here. Just what you're talking about, Chris.
Yeah, Tripp and Stoll are like, they're interchangeable with each other. They have similar games.
Stoll splits the pair. 38-20, the MDI lead over Brewer. Higgins at the top of the key, goes to work. He pulls up from the free throw line a little too strong, and that popped up and hit the wire. So out of bounds to the Trojans.
Brewer's got to do something about that wire. That affects more balls.
Very low cut, isn't it?
Any gym. Yeah, I get it. It's a safety wire, but there's going to be another way they can support it a little bit higher.
Witham trapped in the corner, and a bailout timeout from Coach Justin Norwood. 60-second timeout as he wants to talk things over here at the start of the third quarter. While we have a second, let's show you the school profiles. Starting with the visitors from MDI. Enrollment of 474, Bunky Dow, the longtime athletic director, Matthew Haney, the principal. Did you know that Mount Desert Island has the only fjord in the United States, Somme Sound, a narrow glacial inlet near Northeast Harbor, is unique in the U.S. as a fjord. Oh, see, Chris, caught myself. I thought I was just subtly correcting a typo there. Little did I know, it's an entirely different word. A fjord, not a fjord, shaped by earthquakes and ice ages.
That was a setup.
That was.
I think you got set up on that one.
I've never heard of a fjord before. I've heard of a fjord. 7:04 left here in the third. We'll get you the Brewer school profile here in just a moment. Witham lobs it over to Stoll. They work it inside, although the ball's bouncing around before it's retrieved off the court by Stillwell. Bounce pass down low. Again, a lot of hands in the way. Bodies on the court. Brewer trying to pick the ball off the floor, and in the end, it is a tie-up, and it will send it the way of the Witches.
This is similar to what MDI did at Old Town in the second half. They started to work on different things, establishing, so they run their spread in the beginning in the first part of the game where they're trying to attack, and then the second half they start trying to focus on getting the ball inside and post play.
Higgins rising above defenders for a mid-range J. First points of the second half for Ollie. He's got a game-high 12 for the time being. Stoll on the attack, bending his body around Jankowski and scoring at the window. He's into double figures now with 11. James a steal, trying to cross over the defender, and he tips it in himself for good measure. MDI lead stretched out to 20 as Hughes wants three, and he knocks down his third triple of the game.
Brewer just has to get stops. They got to get a stop and a score, a stop and a score.
Hughes now with 11 as Witham skips it all the way to the opposite corner. Too strong on the bank attempt and a rebound to Brewer. Hughes has his pass tipped, stolen away by MDI, and Witham with another layup. 15 for James. 44 tonight for the Trojans. A pass to no one in particular other than Witham, who comes away with yet another steal tonight. Witham running the break, pulls up at the left elbow, kick into the corner for Stoll. His triple left short. Keeps it in play, but rated Eli Wall. Higgins leading the opposite end of a 2-on-3 break. Too strong on the take and a rebound to Tripp.
Yeah, it's a frustrating part, especially if you're Brewer. You get a stop and then you unforced turnover. You don't even get a look off the ball you just got back.
Tripp's Stoll's three from the off the pass from Tripp, offline, and then I believe that was Gray underneath getting called for the over the back. Robertson heading to the bench for the Witches. Paxton Snow, a freshman out there with the basketball. Another takeaway forced by the Trojan defense. Stoll with a hand to Witham, who tries to go up through the trees. Couldn't get it to fall. Higgins pokes the rebound away from him. Ollie running the other way. Just stiff arms the defender a little bit and scores at the rim.
Yeah, that shows his strength there. He was able to brush off the defender and finish at the rim.
Stoll wants a turnaround at the other end. Look of displeasure on the face of head coach Justin Norwood after that last attempt. Snow dribbling out of the corner. Freshman returns it. And we've got something. We've got a bench warning against Brewer or a flagrant?
I think he called it bench warning.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Just a warning.
Yeah.
So what happens in that situation? The referee hears something that he shouldn't have heard and can't ignore it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Brewer gets it back in. Snow out top, finds Higgins. Open perimeter three, offline. Kept alive by Brewer, but out of play. Experience the Bennett Auto Center difference at 99 Thatcher Street in Bangor and online at BennettAutoCenter.com. And the Growing Place helps families grow for less and polish their home in style for a fraction of retail cost. Find them at 548 Hammond Street in Bangor. Stoll around a couple, then through one, and a little too much muscle there on the take from the Big East Player of the Week. Offensive foul called against the Trojans. Halfway through this third quarter, MDI lead, which was 15 at halftime, up to 17 right now. Witham, a little too much that time on the reach. From a lawnmower to a skidder, Bangor Tire Company has you covered since 1927. The best in tires and service. Find it at 514 Colebrook Road in Herman or at BangorTireCompany.com. And Pat's Pizza in Hamden, whether watching or playing, basketball can work up quite an appetite. That's when it's time. For Pat's Pizza on Maine Road in Hamden, call 947-6488 or visit patspizzahamden.com. Hughes works around a screen from Higgins behind the back at the free throw line.
If you're Brewer, you got to pay attention coming out of the corner on these handoffs because MDI will trap that occasionally.
Hughes bounces for Snow, who gets it out to Higgins up top. Ollie trying to go to work now. Back with Hughes. Higgins surveying his options as he bounces out from the corner to perimeter, returns it to Hughes, corner three. Just a little too much behind it. With him with the rebound, and he gets tied up. Actually, a foul call there going against the Witches, so an MDI possession here along the baseline.
Yeah, Brewer being forced obviously to pick up full court here. Try and get some turnovers.
Witham breaks it with ease across half court. Gets it down the middle, into the corner, three in the air. Everything but the finish as Witham goes over the top for the rebound in every sense of the rule. He's asking what he did wrong. You take a look at the replay and actually...
I think they're calling it on Brewer.
Yeah, you look at Paxton Snow. He was backing out with him, and that's why James had to try to jump over the top and take another look.
Yeah, there comes a certain point where you can't just continue to push the defender out or box the offensive player out.
That's what the freshman got called for there, so basketball sticking at this end with the Trojans.
But as you can see, Coach Savage over here, he's willing to take that. It's a good foul.
Down low, going to work and getting called for the travel as he tried to dip under the shoulder was Lincoln Gray. Coach Norwood asking what exactly was wrong there. Things getting a little choppy here in the third quarter on both ends of the court. Higgins, drop off for Hughes. Freshman Campbell now returns it to Higgins. Ollie rises for three. Shot no good, but the rebound pops right back to him. In the corner, spinning on the baseline, going up strong, and earning a trip to the line is the 6'9" Brewer sophomore. 2:36 left here in the third quarter on Ticket TV, where coverage is brought to you in part by AM Construction and Roofing. Protect your home from the top down with AM Construction and Roofing, serving Bangor, Machias, Ellsworth, Augusta, and beyond. As Higgins misses the first, past customers earn $100 for referrals. Call 551-6235 for your free quote. Tonight's coverage also brought to you by Doors Equipment, your local Kubota dealer. Doors can help you with all your equipment needs. Visit doorsequipment.com. Higgins hits the second. He's got 5 in the quarter, 15 for the game. Witham splitting all the defenders on his way to the hoop for two.
Just has such great, and I've said it 100 times, just such great body control. He just glides through the air, and he's strong. You can look at him. He's got a good body mass on him. He can take bumps and not lose off the position that he's gliding through.
Another hand in the passing lane there by Witham, out of play to the Witches. The Fitch Company is where you'll find experienced electrical and control systems engineers, field technicians, designers, and drafters all ready to meet varied engineering challenges or handle projects. Find them at thefitchcompany.com. Campbell hands to Hughes. He's got it back, up fake on a three. Got to respect that shot from Cody. Down low, 2 points there for the Witches through Cooper Harvey.
A good strong take by Cooper Harvey. Got the body and went straight up through.
16-point game here with 1:46. We got a whistle and a foul. And another look at that last take from Harvey, the junior, getting his name in the score sheet tonight. Tony Murray's Fairway Auto Sales, home of the complimentary 6-month, 6,000-mile major component coverage plan at Route 1A in Hancock. Online at tonysfairwayauto.com. Tripp gets it to Witham. He wants a deep three and cashes it. James Witham stepping into a triple. He's got 9 in the quarter and 20 for the game.
That's from the volleyball spike line.
Brewer looking for an answer. Hughes 3 in the corner. No, he gets his own miss. Cody pulls up from the left elbow, too strong, and a rebound to Gray. Coach Norwood telling his Trojans to slow things down a little. Down to a minute remaining here in the third quarter. 14-10 advantage so far in the quarter for the Trojans as Witham tries to bounce one underneath to Gray. The ball is still alive somehow. Retrieved by MDI out near half court. Playing hot potato, monkey in the middle, a little bit of everything right now. Witham, step back 3, no. Higgins goes into the corner to the freshman Snow. Paxson dribbles out top. Deep 3 here, and another one knocked down for the Witches. Caleb Campbell, the freshman, with his first of the night. Brings some life into the gymnasium here at the end of the third quarter. MDI wants to hold on to this possession. Or do they? Tripp with the floater. His first miss of the night. Rebound to Campbell. Can he get up another shot? Pulls up in transition. Catches front iron. Tripp to half court, a one-handed push wide of the mark. And after 3 quarters of play, it's the Trojans by 16 on Ticket TV. MDI 49, Brewer 33, the fourth quarter coming up next. Welcome back to Brewer as we get ready for the start of the fourth quarter. The Trojans in front of the Witches by 16. Hey, while we have a second, let's sneak in that Brewer school profile, which we never brought you. Gave you the story on MDI. Here's the story on Brewer. 704 the enrollment. Dave Utterback, the AD. Brent Slowakowski, the principal. And William E. Quinby, born in Brewer in 1835, became an influential newspaper publisher and served as the United States ambassador to the Netherlands from 1893 to 1897 under President Grover Cleveland. Fourth quarter, 10 seconds old as the Trojans try to bounce it along the baseline, out of play, last touched by the Witches. This game tonight brought to you in part by the Farmer's Table for home-style cooking, just like Mom makes it. It's the Farmer's Table at 15 Stetson Road in Corinna. Nice play drawn up by the Trojans and Coach Norwood off the inbound. 2 points for Kenneth Stillwell. His first bucket since the first quarter. Sophomore now with 4. Johnson hounded on the sideline. Now some space to operate in. Kicks into the corner. Hughes out top. Paxson a hand for Cody. Hughes on the attack, nearly stripped by Witham. Again, almost taken away by James.
His hands are everywhere.
Johnson takes it out top, guarded closely by Stoll, a little too closely, who gives the bump. Knowlton Automotive is a full-service preventative maintenance and auto repair center. Family-owned and operated. They provide guaranteed service at a fair price, 3297 Broadway in Kentucky, or at knowltonautomotive.net. And stop by American-made home goods at 36 Springer Drive in the Rennie's Plaza in Bangor. They feature goods from all 50 states. AMHG Works, where American-made matters. New players for both teams out there. Down low, the Witches trying to get it to Harvey. Somehow winds up with Johnson. Nearly makes its way back to Smith. Now Hughes wants 3, offside rim, and Witham clears the board. Witham going all the way himself. Can't convert, ball loose on the floor. MDI picks it up. Stillwell wants 3, shot no good. Again, strong boxing out by Paxton Snow, but actually that time it was from another freshman in the game, Brady Flagg, getting called for the aggressive box out. So the Brewer freshmen, they like to mix it up down there.
Yeah, you know, they're doing the right things. They're boxing out, which is a hard thing to get kids to do in general. So you'll take those fouls. Technique might be something they need to work on, but at least the effort's there.
Inbound here to Stoll. He reverses it to Tripp in the corner. Is still at a foot on the baseline, according to the Stripes.
And remember, they're trying to box out some experienced MDI guys that are very good against some of the best players in the league. No, never mind some inexperienced freshmen that are just trying to feel it out.
No doubt. Ball brought in here to Snow, one of the freshmen on the court for the Witches. He gets around with them. Flag at the top. He's trying to slam on the brakes at the right elbow. The MDI faithful thought that he was unable to. Johnson has it taken away. Bounce pass up ahead. And unable to finish at the window was Witham. Hughes trying to work a break the other way for Brewer. His banker won't fall, and Stoll pulls it out of there. Back and forth we go. Down low, Stillwell with the up fake. Counted and one. .20 lead restored for the Trojans before Stillwell has a chance to cap this 3-point play. If you're hungry after the game, swing by the Back Alley Bar and Restaurant attached to the Family Fun Bowling Center. The Back Alley, where good times roll, and so do the bowling balls. Find them at 15 Hilder Street in Bangor or online at backalleyrestaurant.com. Coverage tonight on Ticket TV also brought to you by Auto Radiator Services, serving the greater Bangor area for over 50 years. Call 942-4554 or stop by 568 Hammond Street in Bangor. And burgers for you, biscuits for Bowser, Maniac Snack Shack, and Sniffin' Snack. Because best friends snack together. Find both in Levant and on Facebook. Stillwell completes the 3-point play. He's got 5 in the quarter and 7 for the game. 21-point lead for the Trojans. And another steal for Witham. He just pokes it up ahead. And 2 points for Stoll. He's got a chance to cap it at the line. The Trojan bench fired up after that take. The way they reacted, I had to look up a second time and say, wait a second, is that a new player into the ballgame? No, that's just your reigning Big East Player of the Week getting the bench fired up with a strong take to the rim and a second consecutive 3-point play.
Yeah, that's just unfortunate for Brewer. Stoll was way ahead of the pack, but that's just how Isaac Johnson plays. He's just all effort and just didn't give up.
Flag for 3, Witham with the rebound. He's got an open Tripp who steps into a 3, a little bit offline. Stillwell going up. And that time gets called for the over the back. Sweet Frog is your go-to basketball season treat before or after the game. Swing by 878 Sweet Bee, Stillwater Avenue in Bangor, and stack up the fun and delicious froyo, plus all your favorite toppings. Sweet Frog, where sweet creations always score. We've got a 30-second timeout on the court. Let's take this opportunity to show you our upcoming broadcast schedule. A busy week here on Ticket TV as you take a look inside the Brewer bench. Tomorrow night, we have 2 games. One crew back here in Brewer. You'll be on the call with me tomorrow night, right, Chris?
I believe so.
Right here for some girls basketball between the Witches and the Coyotes. And we'll also have the Coney Rams at Herman for a 7 o'clock tip-off, boys basketball. Then on Thursday, the Eagles travel to Hampden Academy for a girls matchup at 6:30. And on Friday, the Gardner girls come to Herman to take on the Hawks. Busy week here on Ticket TV. Coverage brought to you in part by Union Street Towing. For over 40 years, they've been serving Greater Bangor. They feature tow trucks, flatbed towing, recovery services, and roadside services such as lockouts and jump starts, fully licensed and insured. Call Union Street Towing at 942-4200. Witches down by 24 with just over 5 minutes remaining. Few of the MDI regulars still out there. Stillwell loses the ball in the break. Johnson picks it up. He had one thing on his mind, it looked like, when he got the basketball. Snow trying to probe. Freshman flag at the free throw line over to Hughes. Have a look at the rim.
Yeah, if you haven't seen Brady Flagg play before, which probably a lot of people haven't because he's just a freshman coming in, but maybe at the travel level, he can stroke it from deep, so you don't want to leave him open. You don't want to give him too much space.
Hughes a step inside the line, knocks down a 2. Cody with his first points of the quarter has 13. Witham, another strong drive, absorbing the contact in the air and scoring for 2.
Sometimes you wonder if he's really absorbing it or if he's just very good at bouncing off and contorting his body while he's in the air, just gaining control again.
Pinballs his way around in the air as Johnson wants a deep jumper. Witham, crossover pull-up, rattled home. James is up to 24 after back-to-back makes.
That's that smooth guard. Stick your foot in the ground, then hesitate, tight pull-up.
There's a pull-up from just beyond the free throw line. Good-looking jumper there. Brendan Moore, sophomore, with his first 2. Stoll for 3 from the left wing. He's got 6 in the quarter and 17 for the night. At the other end, talk about contorting your body, trying to get around a defender. Paxton Snow crashes to the floor, almost horizontal to the ground when he let that one go. Witham's 3 comes up empty and a rebound to Flag.
Probably for Paxton, the shot is kind of an afterthought for him because he's got his work cut out for him because James Witham is guarding him full court.
He was all over Witham there, who again is able to just bend his body around a defender. 2 more for James.
And the way we've seen Witham guard Brewer starting players, he's had a bunch of steals right off the bat. I tell you, Paxton Snow's done a great job handling him for the most part since he's been in there.
Line changes both ways here. Witham gives the foul, so the Trojans can bring 5 new players out onto the court. Looks like a triple substitution for the Witches. So 8 new players in all. Checking into the contest with the Trojans on top by 29 and 2:28 to play here on Ticket TV. Coverage brought to you in part by Novus Auto Glass. Call Novus today at 945-6688 to get your windshield repaired or replaced. Liam Greenlaw with the basketball, now back with Flag. Pull-up jumper from the right elbow, knocked down by the freshman Campbell. His second make from the floor tonight. 2 minutes left in the game.
That's a big shot. You got to be able to hit that consistently in this dribble drive offense that they run.
Down low go the Trojans, and how's that for a little baby hook? Wyatt Ford, the freshman, scoring in the paint.
Smallest guy on the court, nice little drop step to his left side and a little baby hook like you said.
3 in the air from Flag, offline, strong rebound and a putback for Harvey, his second bucket of the night. Here's the younger Witham. Freshman into the ball game now. Silas passing off here to Wyatt Ford. Strong tape and a scoop, a little too strong that time. Trevor Brophy, sophomore into the game. Left-handed scoop goes all the way around the iron before falling off for Trombetto. Three in the air for the Witches, around and out. Some fans heading for the exit here in the final 30 seconds. MDI will advance to 8-1 on the season, while the Witches will fall to 2-6. Bangor Window Shade and Drapery has been offering custom blinds, shades, drapery, and outdoor awnings at 105 Main Street in Bangor. Down to the final 10 seconds tonight in Brewer. Can the Witches get one more shot off? Flag, kick out 3, offline, rebound to Silas with him. He'll heave it at the buzzer, offline. And that is the last action of this MDI victory, 68-41. The Trojans come to Brewer and take down the Witches on Ticket TV. Coverage tonight has been brought to you by Resto Pros. When disaster strikes, leaks, water damage, or major messes, call Resto Pros. They handle cleanup and rebuilds and work directly with your insurance. Serving Bangor, Ellsworth, Newport, and beyond. Available 24/7 with financing options. Call 207-292-5969. Coverage tonight also brought to you by Premium Choice Broadband, family-owned and locally operated, offering affordable, high-speed internet across Maine for over a decade. When you call, you get a live person because to them, your family, not just a number. Learn more at PremiumChoiceBroadband.com. And brought to you by Bangor Mall Cinemas, Greater Bangor's favorite hometown theater for over 40 years. Bangor Mall Cinemas feature luxury recliners, an upgraded food menu. Find showtimes and reserve your seat at yourneighborhoodtheater.com. Don't go anywhere. The Postgame show comes your way next on Ticket TV.
It's time for a reset. McDonald's is putting value back on the menu. Extra value meals are back, only at McDonald's.
Share the love at Quirk Subaru. Lease a Crosstrek for just $399 per month. Or save over $4,500 on Outback Touring XT. Supporting local organizations that make a difference in the greater Bangor region. It's your Subaru. Find it at Quirk.
Nothing runs like a deer.
And Greenway Equipment Sales makes it easy to keep your John Deere running smoothly year-round. Our mobile maintenance truck will come to you and service most walk-behind and riding lawn equipment right in your yard. Just call or schedule online. Whatever the season, we'll have you tuned up, sharpened up, and geared up to mow or blow whatever Mother Nature dishes up. Contact the Smith Brothers today for service delivered.
Nothing runs like a deer. From Greenway Equipment Sales, family owned and operated since 1994.
Celebrate store-wide savings at the Furniture Gallery this holiday season. Grand deals in honor of the grand opening of our 4th location in Topsom. Need a new bed? Purchase a king mattress for the price of a queen. Or take advantage of 18-month special financing on select mattresses. The Furniture Gallery has just what you need at prices that fit your budget. Enjoy grand opening savings at all 4 locations and be sure to visit our new store in the Topsom Fair Mall. The best value for your money is always at the Furniture Gallery in Augusta, Bangor, North Windham, and now Topsom.
Hello, Maine. This is Steve McKay. It's a wintry mix out there, but pockets of orange are standing out against the white blanket of snow throughout the state. Next Home Experience is listing and selling homes just like yours. Get looped and get sold with Next Home Experience.
Sometimes life is a cluttered mess, but your car doesn't have to be. At Dean's Detailing, we have a variety of packages that will make your car look new again. Change your outlook. Book your appointment now at deansdetailing.com.
Have a painful tooth or an entire mouthful of teeth? Mid-Coast Denture Design now offers tooth extractions in both Ellsworth and Brewer. Get your teeth pulled and immediate dentures placed right in our office. Quick, convenient, and comfortable. Let denturist Lindsay Young and her staff create immediate dentures for you, all in one location. Mid-Coast Denture Design, the go-to in Bangor and Ellsworth for dentures and tooth extraction services. Because everyone deserves an awesome smile. Visit midcoastdenturedesignmaine.com.
It's time for a reset. McDonald's is putting value back on the menu. Extra value meals are back, only at McDonald's.
Back here in Brewer as we welcome you into the McDonald's post-game show on Ticket TV. Extra value meals officially back at your local family-owned McDonald's, Main Street and Union Street in Bangor, Wilson Street right here in Brewer. 68-41, the final in the first countable meeting between the MDI Trojans and the Brewer Witches since January 29, 2002. It goes the way of MDI, and the Trojans improve to 8-1 on the season. Another 20-plus point victory for MDI. Brewer falls to 2-6 halfway through their 2025-26 regular season. We'll get you game highlights and scoring recap in just a moment. First, coverage tonight brought to you in part by Uno Pizzeria and Grill. Stop in at 725 Stillwater Avenue in Bangor. Great foods, great drinks, great vibes for takeout. Call 947-5000. Also brought to you by Quality Automotive right here in Brewer, where reliable service meets expert care. From routine maintenance to major repairs, their team keeps your vehicle running right. Experience the Quality Automotive difference. 13 Abbott Street in Brewer. Visit qualityautomotivemaine.com. That's qualityautomotiveme.com. All right, let's get you those post-game highlights presented as always by Next Home Experience, the market leader. And all the way back to the first quarter here, Cody Hughes had some hot shooting at the start. A couple of threes in the first quarter for the Witches. Back and forth went the action in that first period, Chris. 18-13 was the MDI edge after one.
Yeah, it was a good start for both teams. Both scored well. Get to the foul line a lot. There's a lot of foul shots in the first half there by both teams. And then after that, MDI just imposed their will on Brewer in the final three quarters, and Brewer just couldn't claw their way back.
You look at the consistency by the Trojans, 18 in the first, 17 in the second, 14 in the third, 19 in the fourth. They won all four quarters. The big separators there were the second and the fourth, in which they outscored Brewer 17-7 in the second quarter, 19-8 in the fourth quarter, though. Really, like we were talking about, the Trojans had a 10-0 run right near the end of the first quarter that was snapped on the final bucket of the quarter by Brewer's Isaac Johnson. So it was a 10-0 run, and then you outscore your opponent 17-7 in the following quarter. That's a pretty big onslaught right there for the Witches to deal with.
Yeah, and the pace seemed fast, but then as you watch the highlights, some of it wasn't just pace. It was that Brewer got down in clumps. They turned it over, unforced turnovers. You saw some with Isaac with them just getting steals in the backcourt and easy layups. And then Brewer having to force pace. They have to play a little faster than they need to. And that's not really their style.
Ollie Higgins, he was certainly frustrated for most of the night, but still ended up having a solid game, did the sophomore. Deep three right there from James Witham as Trojans really started to separate things in the second half.
MDI just has so many ways they can beat you. They can beat you in transition. They can beat you in their half-court game. They can beat you inside. They can beat you outside. They can beat you driving to the basket. There's just you have to find ways to defend all of it.
Pull-up jumper there for the Brewer freshman. Speaking of freshmen, little baby hook down low for the MDI one. Game highlights right there, presented by Next Home Experience. Coverage tonight on Ticket TV, also brought to you by Angela's Pizzeria. If you're on the mood for mouthwatering pizza or Italian food made from fresh ingredients, try Angela's Pizzeria in Bangor and in Hamden. By Madden Generator Services, winter storms are blitzing in. Don't let your power get sacked. Call Dakota or Madden Generator Services for expert installation and rock-solid maintenance. Keep the lights on and the heat rolling at 951-4668. Madden Generator Services, power you can count on. Ticket TV, also brought to you by Dairy Queen. Get a DQ treat today at the Old Town Dairy Queen. Happy, tastes good. Time now for the scoring recap. For the Brewer Witches, they were led by 15 points from Ollie Higgins, 13 for Cody Hughes, 5 from the freshman Caleb Campbell off the bench, 4 apiece for Brendan for Isaac Johnson and for Cooper Harvey for their total of 41. For the MDI Trojans, they were led by a game-high 26 from James Witham. Dylan Stoll chipped in with 17. Preston Tripp had 9, all in the first half. 7 points for Kenneth Stillwell, 5 of those coming in the fourth quarter. 4 for Lincoln Gray, 3 for Co Thurston, and 2 for Wyatt Ford, that freshman that you saw with the hook at the end of those highlights. 68-41, our final tonight. That game recap brought to you by the Furniture Gallery. One more segment coming up in our post-game show. We got to award play and player of the game, as well as look ahead to our upcoming broadcast this week on Ticket TV. It's all around the corner right here on Maine Sports Leader.
Darling's Kia is your #1 Kia dealer in Maine, and we've got something for everyone. Whether you're shopping for an all-wheel drive gas, EV, hybrid, or plug-in hybrid, Darling's Kia has a full lineup to choose from. Plus, enjoy affordable lease programs and other incredible deals on award-winning Kias, all covered by our 10-year or 100,000-mile warranty. The best in the business. The best cars, the best prices, and the best warranty. Shop Darling's Kia.
You'll do better at Darling's.
Your local family-owned McDonald's on Wilson Street in Brewer, Union Street and Main Street in Bangor are currently hiring new team members. Schedules that fit your life with full-time, part-time, and flexible schedules that adjust with your needs. Pair individualized schedules with tuition assistance to further your education. It's a great, future-focused combination. Apply today at jobs.mchire.com. Search for your locally owned McDonald's on Wilson Street, Union Street, and Main Street. Explore your future at jobs.mchire.com.
Brand name footwear for hardworking days and laid-back nights. We've got it. Miller's Workshop, Acme Road in Brewer, for brands that work.
Life is so much better when you impact the lives of those around you. And with Creative Options, you will. Creative Options provides services and support to adults with intellectual disabilities. And right now, Creative Options is looking for shared living providers who take clients into their own homes, kind of like adult foster care. You'll enjoy a generous, tax-free stipend to work from home and make a difference in someone's life. To apply for this tremendous opportunity, simply visit creativeoptionsllc.org. That's creativeoptionsllc.org.
Heroes Sports Grill and Entertainment Center offers fantastic food and drinks in a fun, family-friendly atmosphere with 29 flat-screen TVs for your sports viewing pleasure and an arcade with prizes for the whole family to enjoy. Whether you're looking for a drink at the bar while watching your favorite sports team or trying to find a place to bring the family for a great meal out, Heroes is the place to be. Heroes also offers takeout or catering for any event in the Bangor area, large or small.
Come for the food.
Stay for the friends.
Adventure. It's in our DNA. From cross-country road trips to quiet mornings on Maine lakes. For over 25 years, Harvey RV and Marine has been in the business of bringing big dreams to life. To the 1,000 new adventure lovers that chose us this year, thank you for trusting us, for embracing new friends, and reminding us that in Maine, adventure isn't just what we do, it's who we are. Choose your adventure at Harvey RV and Marine, Outer Broadway, Glenburn.
Share the love at Quirk Subaru. Lease a Crosstrek for just $399 per month, or save over $4,500 on Outback Touring XT. Supporting local organizations that make a difference in the greater Bangor region. It's your Subaru. Find it at Quirk.
Back in Brewer for the final time tonight of this Ticket TV contest. The MDI Trojans with a 68-41 victory over the Brewer Witches, improving to 8-1 on the year, while Brewer falls to 2-6. High school sports on Ticket TV, presented by Greenway Equipment Sales, your locally owned John Deere dealer. See the Smith brothers in Bangor and Ellsworth because nothing runs like a Deere. Also presented by Bangor Savings Bank. They've helped New Englanders achieve their goals since 1852 because at Bangor Savings Bank, you matter more. Whether planning for today or building for tomorrow, we're here with personalized service and a commitment to what matters most to you. Visit Bangor.com. Also presented by Darlings in Bangor. They have you covered for sales and service. Shop new Ford, VW, Audi, Honda, Nissan, Volvo, and Kia models or used of all makes at Darlings.com. Time now to award our play and our player of the game, and it's a combo deal tonight, Chris. James Witham is our player of the game. His 26-point effort tonight, stuffing the stat sheet all over, a bunch of steals, rebounds, and assists to go with it. And our play of the game, we decided on this deep three from the end of the third. He did most of his damage in and around the paint at the rim tonight, but stepping out right there, like you said, to the volleyball spike line.
That was probably his easiest shot he had all night. There was no one trying to hit his body and knock the ball out. He got into the paint a lot, took a lot of difficult shots. He had a lot of these. He had his imprint all over this game from the get-go. Got a lot of steals, played great defense, got a bunch of rebounds, had some great passes. But obviously he scored 26 points, and he really dominated the game for MDI from the start.
One of the best players in this part of the state up north, probably top 10 player statewide. He had that on display here tonight in Brewer. And just a junior, by the way, just a junior already doing it at this level for the Trojans. Player of the game presented by Hero Sports Grill and Entertainment Center. Whether you're watching some sports at the bar or taking the family out for a great meal and some fun, Heroes is the place to do it at. The official sports grill of Ticket TV in downtown Bangor and at herosportsgrill.com. That play of the game presented by Tony Murray's Fairway Auto Sales. Ticket TV coverage presented by Levesque Business Solutions, your one-stop source for office equipment or office furniture. You can find it at Levesque Business Solutions. Call 942-2226. Let's take a look at our upcoming broadcast schedule. This tipped off a busy week on Ticket TV. Tomorrow night we have 2 games. Chris and I will be right back here in Brewer for the Witches girls hosting the Old Town Coyotes at 6. Jim and Ernie will be in Herman, where the Hawks play host to the Coney Rams. Boys basketball at 7. Then on Thursday at 6:30, the Ellsworth Eagle girls travel to Hamden to take on the Broncos for some girls basketball. And on Friday, more girls basketball on tap. 6:30 tip at Herman, where the Hawks host the Gardner Tigers. Only thing left to do tonight is give credit to our crew around the gym. Max Pottle directing and producing. He was our tech supervisor on all the graphics as well. Marcus Caesar to my right on the scoreboard. Sydney Hurst, a couple people to my left on the camera. Chris Hoare to my immediate left. Broadcast partner here tonight. Final thoughts on this one between the Witches and the Trojans.
It started out good. It was good to see both teams in action, playing against each other for the first time in a accountable contest in a long time, in a great gym, great atmosphere. And the better team tonight won, and that's MDI. And, me and you will be back at it again for a good girls game tomorrow.
That we will be. First countable contest between these two since 2002 goes the way of the Trojans by 27 on Ticket TV. I'm Mark Paulette signing off for our crew here tonight in Brewer. MDI 68, Brewer 41, your final on Ticket TV.
High school sports on Ticket TV is presented by your local family-owned McDonald's on Main Street and Union Street in Bangor and Wilson Street in Brewer. Greenway Equipment Sales in Bangor and Ellsworth. Nothing runs like a deer. Darlings Auto Group. You'll do better at Darlings. Visit darlings.com. Next Home Experience, the market leader. Get looped and get sold with Next Home Experience. The Furniture Gallery, a family-owned Maine company with locations in Bangor, Augusta, North Windham, and Topsom. Hero Sports Grill and Entertainment Center, the place to be in downtown Bangor and at herosportsgrill.com. Praise Auto Sales, over 40 years of trust, integrity, and dependability. Visit praiseautosales.com. Levesque Business Solutions, your one-stop source for office equipment and office furniture. Dean's Detailing, the leader in auto detailing since 1971. Book your appointment at deansdetailing.com. Northeast Driving School, Greater Bangor's #1 driving school for 56 years. Eastern Maine Community College, start your future at emcc.edu. Bangor Savings Bank, since 1852. At Bangor Savings Bank, you matter more. Visit Bangor.com. And Quirk Auto Group. It's your truck or SUV. Find it at Quirk. Online at QuirkAuto.com. High school sports on Ticket TV is also brought to you by Maine Online, Acadia Federal Credit Union, Uno Pizzeria and Grill, Tony Murray's Fairway Auto Sales, Danforth's Down Home Supermarkets, The Fitch Company, AM Construction and Roofing, Back Alley Bar and Restaurant, Madden Generator Services, Maine Athletics, Bangor Window Shade and Drapery, Novus Auto Glass, Union Street Towing, Doors Equipment, Bangor Mall Cinemas, Premium Choice Broadband, Resto Pros, Hartford's Auto Service, Old Town Redemption Center, Bennett Auto Center, The Growing Place and Polish, Bangor Tire Company, Pat's Pizza in Hamden, Hillside Athletics, Sweet Frog, The Farmer's Table, Knowlton Automotive, American Made Home Goods, Saliba's Rug Cleaners, Auto Radiator Services, Maniac Snack Shack and Sniff and Snack, Autumn of Life Home Care, Creative Options LLC, Brewer Federal Credit Union, Down East Toyota, Harvey RV and Marine, Seaboard Federal Credit Union, W.S. Emerson, Midcoast Denture Design, First National Bank, Hudson University, Napa Auto Parts, and Hammond Lumber Company. High School Sports on Ticket TV is a production of Sportsnet Maine and Sports Radio 92.9 The Ticket.